it is very frustrating sending proposals and not getting feedback. Maybe not even hearing from the client. And sometimes the client does not even look at your proposal. You sit there, you stare at your proposal. Maybe you look at your dashboard trying to see if at least the client has opened your proposal, and you don't know whether you don't even know why they are not inviting you for those jobs that you desire. Let me tell you, most people think that winning on Upwork begins by sending your proposal. It does not begin there. It actually begins from your mind. That's why today in this video, I'm going to talk to you about your mindset. You need to adjust your mindset. If you want to be successful on Upwork, you need to adjust your mindset. This is really, really important. Sometimes when I talk about mindset, when it comes to Upwork, when I talk of mindset, I find it difficult to convince people, because you need to understand how important it is for you to adjust the way you think. You need to shift the way you think, because there's too much rejection on Upwork and it's frustrating. I know you want to win a job and I know how determined you are to do it, but then it's not coming the way you want. What do? You are stuck in your mind. You are frustrated. You just want to leave everything. In fact, you just want to give up. Some of you that are watching me right now, you are at the brink of giving up. Maybe you've even given up. But now let me tell you something. Nobody on Upwork has ever won a job. They are not lucky, or they are not kind of special. They went through the same frustration that you're going through. The difference between you and them is that they adjusted their mindset and became better at finding jobs on Upwork. And that's what I want to teach you today. The most powerful weapon that you have is your mind. Nobody needs to tell you that. That's the most efficient and effective weapon that you have. And on Upwork is a psychological game. Everything happens in your mind. It's not physical. Forget about you sending proposals. When you are rejected, you feel so bad. But one thing you have to understand is rejection is not saying no to you. It's just about you not being a match to the person. So when you get to Upwork, one of the things you have to, the mentality that I want you to build, the mentality that I want you to gather is that know that when you are sending a proposal, it's just a proposal. It does not mean that you are the owner of the job. In fact, you don't even own the job, even if you are invited for an interview. Even after attending the interview, you still don't own that job. Even when you are offered the job, you still don't have that job. The job only becomes yours when you have worked for a month or two with that client. I'm telling you this out of experience, because a client can hire you in a week or two. They will terminate your contract for no reason. Okay, I will not say for no reason, but actually they terminate your contract for a reason that you don't know. So sometimes a client gives you a probation period. They don't even mention that you are on probation. So let me tell you, how do you deal with these challenges? How do you navigate these challenges and survive? The first thing that you have to do is the jobs that you go in for. Don't go in for every job. Sometimes it's very funny. I see a lot of people jumping for every job. Every job they see, they want to apply for it. That's a mistake. That's basically you're heightening your frustration. Look for jobs that are long term, 30 hours and above, 6 months plus. Period. If a job is not within that bracket, don't even go for it, because it's going to heighten your frustration for nothing. If I lose a job that is 6 months plus, or if I apply for a job that is 6 months plus, I know that that client is going to give me at least a month or two to perform, to show myself. That's one thing. And if I'm going to write a proposal for that job, I will spend every fiber in me. I'm going to spend all the time and energy to write that proposal. By the way, if you want to learn how to write proposal, I have a couple of videos that I've already uploaded to this channel, so you can go and see them. They are very important. Be patient. That's what I always tell people. be patient to watch those videos and learn the basic things that I'm telling you, because I am an experienced freelancer just like you. And if I have not told you, maybe you are new to this channel, my name is Jesse Kamara. I'm a professional freelancer and a professional product manager, by the way. So if you are doubting, I have been working on Upwork for over a year now, and I've made my own mark. I don't want to start bragging about it, but what I'm saying is, I am not telling you crap. I'm showing you something, or I'm telling you things that if you follow those steps, you can get better on the platform. Second, when applying for a job, make sure you put in the effort on the proposal. Make sure your proposal can stand out. That's why you need to watch those videos. Once your proposal is good, forget about that proposal, move on to looking for the next job. Don't stick to any job. Don't fall in love with any job. That's the other problem. Most people, when they see a job and they get attached to the job, I have seen this. I have seen how people get attached to a job, and when the job fails, they really feel frustrated. You know, why do you get attached to a job? There are thousands of jobs on Upwork. Why do you get attached? Don't get attached, because attachment you kind of own the job, like is my own. I'm waiting. I'm going to be called for an interview. You just stress yourself for nothing. You have to know the psychology. The psychology is that if you and that client don't have a match, or maybe you don't have something that that client is looking for, they are going to drop you. And if they drop you, if you've already attached to that job, man, it will be crushing. The feeling will be crushing, and it will frustrate you. I've seen people frustrated and they leave for a week or two and then come back. But here is what I am doing. When I apply for a job, I'll just forget about it. Whether they call me for an interview or not is none of my business. The only time it becomes my business is when I receive a message. And when I receive a message, I normally don't even go again and try to work the job or something. I'm not saying you should do that. Go and watch the job. Sometimes it's helpful for you to see the job description just to help yourself. I just go into the interview. In fact, if you send me a message now, I'll just reply. If you are available now, we can meet now and talk. That's the way I do it. Because the reason why I do so, why I approach job interviews in this manner, is for two reasons. Number one, I am already an experienced product manager. I know my field. I understand what I'm doing, and I know that I can perform in any interview. It does not matter. So number two is because I've read the job description very well before applying. I don't apply to jobs that I don't at least have 80 or 90% of what they are asking for. So I know that I'll be able to perform. Whatever happens in that interview, it happens. I don't get attached to that job. So because of that, I safeguard my psychology. I safeguard my mindset. So I know if I get the job, fine. If I don't get the job, it's fine. Once I drop off that interview, I'm gone. I forget about it. I keep applying. The only thing that I attach myself to is to keep applying. Search for new jobs, apply for new jobs, keep doing it over and over. Now, if, for instance, I go for an interview and then I receive a message that says, "Oh, Jesse, we are not selected. We decided to go with someone else." I'll say thank you, and thank you for letting me know. That's it. Thank you for letting me know. That's it. I don't say anything else. I just move on. Right? I don't get attached. I don't get feelings. I don't feel like this is my job. I just see it as a competition. This I'm just going to compete there. If I get selected, fine. If I don't get selected, it's okay. I'm moving on to the next thing. Do you see the way you think about it? This is not your job. You are not the owner of that job. You only become attached to the job after a month or two. Now, the next thing that you have to do is, when you get to an interview and you got the job, don't fall in love with the client. That's another mistake that most people do. They fall in love with the client. The client is not your friend, it's not your colleague. They are not, these people are looking for freelancers that's going to help them to be productive. They want to build their business. So when you get there, make sure you focus on delivery. Don't focus on falling in love with the client. The client is not your friend. Oh, this client, no, I like the client, or the client likes me, so you start underperforming. Your performance should always be here. Always keep your performance, your professionalism up there, and don't stop applying. Keep applying until you land one or two jobs that you know, if one leaves me, I'll switch on to the next one. That's just it. So, for instance, I was working for a client recently, and the client just decided, because of some reason, because they have some investment issues, they ended the contract. I did not say anything. Nothing changed. The job was under 1 month. So it was no, not under 1 month. It was under 2 months. So I was not attached to that job because I know I already have a job which is which I've spent over a year in that job. So I know there is security in there. There is security there for me. So I was just doing this. I was just trying to help to see whether this was a very good opportunity. So when the client ended that, I was never shaken. Like, I was okay. I mean, I was not happy. I know, like, I lost some income, but I was not attached to the job. In fact, the moment the client ended the contract, I did not. I just moved on. Everything was smooth. I forgot about it the moment I saw the message. I forgot about it the next 30 or 40 minutes. I forgot about it. I moved on with my life because I knew, because I've programmed my mind that these are freelancers. I'm a freelancer, rather. I am a freelancer, and clients can terminate my contract at any time. I know this. So I don't feel like I'm being rejected. I just feel like the client is making decisions based on what they want. If I'm a client, I will do the same thing. So you have to understand this psychology. If you can understand this psychology, it will help you a lot, and it will reduce a lot of stress from you. And also, it can help you to push further, to be resistant, to be resilient, and then go for those jobs that you know when you win them, they can take you longer before you can lose them. Guys, this is just my own advice. Like I said, like I normally tell you, this is like a friend advising you to get better on the platform and do better, and become the best version of yourself, because I want to see you winning. If you're still struggling, maybe you are new to this channel, you're still struggling to find jobs, please watch some of the videos that I've provided. I've provided practical examples. I have walked you through some of these processes, creating profiles. But I want to hear those comments. I want you to tell me what you want to learn next. It's very important if you can tell me on the comment, because that can help me to set some really good topics that can help you guys. Thank you very much, and see you on the next one.